I saved you. I got you. I'm Gavin.
And I'm Patrick.
And welcome to the dorm room.
Here at the fraternity.
So both Patrick and I are obsessed with DComs.
DComs? Well, what are DComs?
It is a Disney Channel original movie. You know that. Come on.
Of course. Everyone knows that. Well, maybe not everyone. But a lot of Disney nerds like us know what DComs are.
They started in the 80s and they are still going on today. They just celebrated, I think it was last year, their 100th DCOM on Disney Channel. And there are a lot, so it's kind of hard to choose a favorite. So we decided to each go ahead and provide you guys with our top 5. And yeah, we sat down for a while and it is really hard to pick out top 5. And now we want to watch them all as well. We almost wanted to do that instead of filming this, but no, we want to give you guys our top 5. And in the comments below, what should they do?
Leave a comment. Let us know what your top 5 favorite DComs are.
Yes, we want to hear from you. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and give our top 5s. And we'll start off with number 5.
So my number 5 pick would have to be The Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie, which premiered August 28th, 2009. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Well, was obsessed, not anymore because it's not on the air, but with The Wizards of Waverly Place, the TV show. I absolutely loved it on Disney Channel.
I never watched it. I think that was when I was starting to really kind of go towards more adult programming and leave Disney Channel. So I never saw the movie either.
I'm older than you.
That is what's funny. That's what's funny though.
I loved it. And when they had a movie,
wasn't Selena Gomez was in that, right? I mean, I'm just making sure, just verify. Oh.
Selena Gomez was in the movie and in the show. And for all of you who love Wizards of Waverly Place, please let me know down below who else cried at the end of the movie. Was it just me? I don't think it was, but I did.
There's a little, I kind of want to watch it. Just a little bit though. We might have to do that later on. Okay, so let me do my top 5. I'm starting off with Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century. Now this premiered on January 23rd, 1999. And I mean, I love the thought of living in space and the space station and travel and things like that, the future. I loved Tomorrowland growing up. And so this movie really just spoke to me, and the music in it and just the hairstyles, the costumes, it was so over the top. And
it was almost like watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
That kind of over the top,
for the young
dramatic
kids.
For all the children out there. I mean, Raven Simone, she was giving
that was
everything.
Teenage Raven. Yep.
Teenage Raven before. Wait, no, that's I Dream of Jeannie.
So what's your top 4?
So my number 4 pick would have to be The 13th Year, which premiered May 15th, 1999. We're gonna party like it's 1999.
That was a good one. That was the boy who turned into a
mermaid. Yes.
Merman. Let's not get offensive now.
Yes, no, merman. I loved it because I loved just the whole aspect of turning into a merman and being able to be so free and so easy and maybe even find a thingamabob on the way.
So my number 4 would have to be the Even Stevens movie. Kind of like how you liked Wizards of Waverly Place. I loved Even Stevens. That was such a good show. It was hilarious. And they had the movie come out, and that was on June 13th, 2003? Yes, 2003. And I'm telling you what, it was really good because it took them out of their normal, the setting of the show and put them on this tropical island. And I loved how they were on this, they were making fun of reality television, which was really taking off at that time in 2003. It's crazy how long it's been now. Feels like it. And just the characters. I love the writing, the characters, the comedy. It was just
so funny.
It was a good show and a really good movie. The movie stayed true to the show, so that's why that's my number 4.
Now, my number 3 would be, of course, because I love music, Camp Rock, which premiered June 20th, 2008. 2008, can you believe 2008? Can you believe it? I mean, hello, that's the birth. I mean, there should be some kind of plaque somewhere. That's the birth of Demi Lovato.
Also, wasn't that Jonas Brothers?
Oh yeah, but they were already a thing.
Oh, they were already a thing. They were already
knew
I didn't
who
know
Jonas
that.
Brothers were.
I didn't know that.
Comment down below. Let us know. Did you know who Jonas Brothers were back then?
I'm getting educated.
Did.
I'm getting educated today.
Well, darling, that's what this is about. Education. Reading is what? Fundamental.
So, let's move on to number 3. And my number 3 would have to be Phantom of the Megaplex. And that came out in 2000. Actually, it was November 10th, 2000. And I'm telling you what, it was I kind of, and as a kid, I was obsessed with movie theaters. I thought it would be really cool to I don't know, they were creepy, but they're fun, and they have, I don't know, I had a weird obsession, so the thought of like some weird thing going around this big it was creepy, and I don't know, it was like fun, and
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh
no.
my
but
gosh.
It sounds like something that came out in like October.
It came out, it was weird, it came out in November, but it had Mickey Rooney in it. A classic.
Really?
Yeah, Mickey Rooney was in it. I mean, Judy Garland, Mickey Rooney, they were like a dynamic duo. I mean, come on. He knows Judy Garland, of course, but...
I know who Mickey Rooney is.
But come on. It's like, it was so cool.
My number 2 pick would be Teen Beach Movie, which premiered July 19th,
That's a good one.
2013. Now that one takes me back, and let me tell you why. I love it because I love musicals, and I love the whole 50s vibe that it gave off, and I just love the greasers and like the squares, and it's just, ooh, I love it. I love that era. So it was a perfect mixture and beautiful.
He loves his musicals. So my number 2, I have to go with Smart House. And I can't tell you how many times I probably have seen that movie. They used to always play DComs like over and over again on Disney Channel. I don't know if they still do that, but I felt like they always had, every day there was a DCom on, and it was like, that was always on. It was crazy. That came out on June 26, 1999, so just 3 days after your 20th birthday.
Wow. And then we're gonna throw out our H's.
Just kidding.
Jeez.
He's not that old. It's crazy how that movie I don't know. It was really, what interested me about it was the fact that you had this kid who really had a dream of winning this contest, and he won, and it was a beautiful home that was just the smartest thing ever and did anything you wanted. And I love the scene of like they first come in there and he orders a milkshake or something, and it just rises out of the counter. As a kid, I just dreamed of having that, and I wanted to build it myself, and I was like, can we do this, Dad? And he's like, that's not possible, you can't do that.
And see, the whole time I watched it, all I could think of was Peg Bundy. That's all I could think of was her. Yeah, of course.
I never saw that.
You never. Oh my gosh, that's what I thought of, and I just thought of her laughing and going, "Oh, ow!" That's what I thought of every time I watched her. So,
what's your number 1?
My number 1 pick would be, drum rolls please, probably the best all-time DCOM. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? High School Musical, which premiered January 20th, 2006. Oh my gosh. High School Musical.
It really changed the way the DComs are viewed today.
I'm obsessed. I love High School Musical. I remember because I was living in New York during that time, and I was walking down, I believe, like 8th or 9th Avenue, and there was posters on some kind of wall, and it showed High School Musical, and the kids like jumping up like that, and I was like, what is this? This is gonna be a mess. What kind of thing? What is this?
What are you doing, Disney?
What are you doing, Disney? And then I watched it and I said, my life has just changed. I feel like a different person. I feel like I can go out and preach to the children that musical theater is amazing, and you can find your true love by singing a karaoke song on New Year's Eve. It can happen. And it can happen for you.
Oh my gosh. It's funny though, you were out of high school, you were in college in New York City. I was here in Orlando. I was 16 and I was in high school, and it was a huge thing, and I just did not understand. I just didn't get it. I wasn't interested in it. The music was good though. I had the soundtrack, but the film I never actually sat down and watched it from beginning to end because I don't know, but it was crazy how it took off. It was huge. No Disney Channel original movie ever had that kind of success. That was their most successful, I think, to date, and really changed. I mean, they never had DCOM stuff in the parks. They never had all this merchandise before. High School Musical really changed the game. Well, this is it. My number 1, and I think it tops yours. I think even though it wasn't as successfully commercially, it is still a classic, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree. What do you like to watch during the Halloween seasons besides Hocus Pocus? Hocus Pocus is not a DCOM, so we can't use that because, this is really hard between Hocus Pocus.
But you have to watch it during Halloween season.
Of course. But let's go. Come on. Halloween Town. That is, Debbie Reynolds, that beautiful little town,
yes.
the whole, just the warm like grandma.
Oh
She's
my
like the perfect grandma, and she just has, oh my God, the kids have such a fun time in that town. They're battling evil, and it's just, I don't know, it's like classic, like it's it's like 1990s. It was one of the very last films in the 90s. It actually came out on October 17th, 1998. So I know, isn't it weird? 1998. Oh my gosh, that's 20 years this year, right?
They've had sequels, and they were okay. Well, one of them was.
The second one was good, and then the third one lost me, and I stopped watching. Like they have Halloween Town High.
Oh, no. We don't
talk about that.
We don't speak about that. But no, the first one, I will have to agree with you. Halloween Town is so good. I love it. Definitely have to watch during the Halloween season.
It never gets old, and it's something I can even watch it during non-Halloween season. But in the comments below, you guys, we really want to hear from you. Tell us what your top 5 are. Sit down and give it some thought. Go on Wikipedia if you can't remember all the movies, because it's on there. You can look them all up and really just come up with your list, because we want to see below. And you know. Again, it's hard to choose. We're gonna hear some that we would be like,
we forgot about that.
We had to make some decisions and some cuts to the list, but I think I'm happy with my top 5, because those are the movies that I can really, if it's on TV, I can sit down and watch them over and over again. So comment below. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to us, Gavin and Patrick, here on YouTube. And we will see you, of course, here on the Fraternity every Thursday. And then check out our personal vlog on Mondays.
And remember, from one brother to another,
see you real soon.
Here at the Fraternity.